transaction to completely disappear. And the buyer? He was just as mysterious. He paid with a bank draft from a totally fake company, listing an address of a warehouse that had been abandoned for 7 years. After the sale, he and Lot 37 just vanished. So about 6 weeks later, a reporter named Charles Whitfield starts digging into this. He's hitting nothing but dead ends until an anonymous letter shows up. It read, "The knowledge she carries could redraw maps. Stop searching." Well, 3 days after he published a very cautious article about the sale, Whitfield vanished too. And just like that, the trail went cold for decades. It was completely buried by the Civil War and the simple passage of time. It wasn't until 1891 that a historian named Margaret Holloway stumbled upon a cryptic reference to the sale and decided to start her own investigation. Holloway started with that damaged ledger. She couldn't read the missing pages, obviously, but by holding the book up to the light, she could see the faint imprints left from the pen on the pages underneath. Ridgeline, coal seam, geological terms. That led her to a land purchase by a mysterious J. Marlowe, a deed that also mentioned limestone and a coal seam. The clues weren't about a person's skills, they were about the earth itself. So Holloway tracks down the property and finds a local guide whose father had actually worked for this Marlowe guy. And the story he told was just incredible. He said Marlowe would bring this woman to a site. She would just point and then tell the workers exactly where to dig. The guide's father's words were chillingly simple. She was never wrong.
This was the key. This was the moment. Holloway now understood the nature of the knowledge that Lot 37 possessed, but she still needed to know, how was it even possible? And more importantly, who was she? She had to find her name.
The breakthrough came from an old field journal. Holloway found the writings of a really respected geologist, William Barton Rogers, from back in 1847, a full 10 years before the auction. And in it, he wrote about an enslaved woman on his survey team who, even though she was illiterate, had an unexpected facility for geological observation. And then he wrote down her name, Anna. You see, Rogers suspected that Anna had what we now call an eidetic memory, or a photographic memory. It's like she could see a rock formation one time and then recognize a similar one miles away, just absorbing all this complex geology visually. Through her work on that survey, she gained an education that was not only completely illegal for an enslaved person, but also incredibly valuable. An eyewitness later confirmed these were the only words Anna ever spoke at the auction. As she was being led away, she turned to the crowd and delivered this line. Now that wasn't a plea. Oh no. It was a statement of fact. It was a promise of a debt that would, one day, be collected. And you better believe she made sure that debt was collected.